Hello and welcome to another Freevoice training video. In this video we will be discussing the Endpoint Manager and the Defender application. Where can the Endpoint Manager be found? What does the Endpoint Manager do? What if it doesn't work? Let's discuss these topics. Go to PBX Endpoint Manager. In the Endpoint Manager, you can provision your phones, set default phone settings, and keep track of which networks are allowed to be provisioned on your system. The endpoint list displays your provisions and other helpful information. With Add New Device, as you might have guessed, you will choose an extension, then assign the make, model, and MAC of the phone to that extension. This is how you provision. If your phones are connected to your network but they have not downloaded their configuration, stay calm. I will talk about how we can troubleshoot some common issues that may arise during an installation. The information provided by your provisions in your endpoint list can answer such questions as, what's the status of the connection for this endpoint? What kind of phone and firmware is connected to this extension? What IP is the phone connecting from? The Import Devices tab makes it a snap to upload a list of provisions with a CSV file. Through the default settings, you can set your phone's default configurations, accessible by clicking on the gray arrow next to the brand. You will need to add the static public IP of your network to the provisioning whitelist. This will allow your endpoints in your network to download their configuration files. In the provisioning log, you will see your public IP contact the server, then start downloading config files to the assigned MAC. This is a good place to start when troubleshooting connection issues. The MACs that are licensed to your system, along with the provision information, will be displayed in the Licenses tab. If you wish to make setup a snap, you can purchase a Freevoice router from our store, which will automatically configure your endpoints. Or if your router supports DHCP options, we can provide you with the necessary option. If you rather make your life a little harder, you can manually configure each of your phones, and I can show you how. In this example, we'll be working with a Cisco 504. The Defender application is the bouncer of the system. If a network tries to connect to the system, the bouncer will blacklist that network after failed attempt. If that network has been added to the whitelist, the bouncer will always allow the network to contact the system. Networks that reach maximum fail attempts get added to the blacklist. The Defender checks against 3 whitelists: 1. Device, 2. Admin, 3. User. The whitelist is for allowing access from your network to your phone system. In the Settings tab, you can change the whitelist setting to Y to enable strict mode. In strict mode, only the IPs in the whitelist will be allowed to connect to the system. You can also set the max fail attempts and the time frame of those attempts here. In the provisioning log, you will see your public IP contact the server, then start downloading config files to the assigned MAC. This is a good place to start when troubleshooting connection issues. You will need to add the static public IP of your network to the provisioning whitelist. This will allow the endpoints in your network to download their configuration files.